Good day, everyone. My name is Muhammad Arifan bin Alias, and these are my group members, Adam Kusairi and Shafiq Haikal. And this is our video that we visit the Royal Malaysian Police Museum. Today, we will be presenting our curatorship assignment on the Royal Malaysian Police Museum, also known as the PDRM Museum. During this presentation, we will introduce the museum, discuss its history, vision and mission, and explain the role of the gallery curator, explore the exhibition hall and main attraction, and finally present the museum collection and visitor information. I will begin by giving a brief introduction to the museum. The Royal Malaysian Police Museum, also known as the PDRM Museum, is a national museum that aims to preserve, present the history, heritage, and development of the Royal Malaysian Police. The museum is located at Jalan Perdana, Kuala Lumpur, and serves as an important educational and cultural institution for both local and international visitors. It houses a valuable collection of historical artifacts, official documents, police uniform, weapon, vehicle, medal, and photographs that illustrate the evolution of policing from early day of the Malay Sultan to the present day Royal Malaysian Police. In addition, through preserving this valuable collection, the museum aims to educate the public about the important role of the police force in maintaining peace, security, and public order. It also encourages visitors to appreciate the dedication and sacrifice of police officers while ensuring that Malaysian policing heritage is preserved for future generations. Now, let's move on the history of the museum. The Royal Malaysian Police Museum was first established in 1950 at the Police Training Centre or Pulapol in Jalan Semarak, Kuala Lumpur. At that time, the museum occupied an area about 292 square meter. As more historical artifacts were collected over the years, the museum gradually expanded to accommodate its growing collection. The original museum was officially opened on 9 of January 1961 by the third Yang di-Pertuan Agong Tuanku Syed Putra Al-Haj Ibni Al-Mahrum Syed Hassan Jamaludin. Later, due to the increasing number of artifacts, former Inspector General of Police Tun Muhammad Hanif Omar proposed the construction of new museum. The new museum was built on 1.2 hectare site at Jalan Perdana, Kuala Lumpur. Construction began in February 1993 and the building was completed in July 1997. Finally, on the 24th of July 1999, the new museum was officially inaugurated by the late Datuk Sri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi, who was the Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia at that time. Today, the museum continues to preserve the story of the Royal Malaysian Police while educating the public about its contribution to national peace and security. Next, I would like to explain the vision and mission of the museum. The vision of the Royal Malaysia Police Museum is to preserve the historical and cultural heritage of the Malaysia Police. This is achieved by systematically collecting, conserving, documenting, researching, interpreting, and exhibiting artifacts related to policing. Through this effort, the museum ensures that the legacy of the police force will be preserved for future generations. The mission of the museum is to instill pride and appreciation for the Royal Malaysian Police among its members while increasing public understanding of the police force roles and responsibilities. In addition, the museum aims to educate visitors about the dedication, sacrifice, and achievement of police officers in maintaining national peace, security, and public order. By doing so, it also helps strengthen the relationship between the police and the community. Next, I will introduce the gallery curator or the director of the Royal Malaysian Police Museum is YDH SCP Muhammad Sabri bin Haji Abdul Kadir. He is the 11th director of the museum and play an important role in managing the museum daily operation. His responsibility include preserving, con- conserving historical artifacts, conducting research, planning exhibition, and promoting the historical and cultural heritage of the Royal Malaysian Police. As the museum director, he also ensures that all collections are properly maintained and displayed according to professional museum standards. Through his leadership, the museum continues to serve as an important center for education, research, and heritage preservation. In conclusion, the Royal Malaysian Police is not only a place to display historical collection, but also a symbol of appreciation for dedication and sacrifice of the Royal Malaysian Police in protecting Malaysia. Next, I will to pass the next person.
Thank you, Arif. Next, I will explain the role and responsibility of the museum director, followed by the exhibition halls and the main attraction of the Royal Malaysian Police Museum. The museum director plays an important role in ensuring that the museum functions as a center for historical preservation and public education. Based on our interview, the director is responsible for managing the museum administration and daily operation. This includes planning museum activities, overseeing management matters, and ensuring that the museum operates effectively. Another important responsibility is preserving and protecting historical artifacts and collection. The museum houses many valuable items such as documents, photographs, uniform, weapons, and equipment related to the history of the Royal Malaysia Police. This collection must be properly maintained so that they can continue to be preserved for future generations. The director also planned exhibition and educational programs that help visitors learn more about the history and development of policing in Malaysia. Besides that, he support research and documentation activities to ensure that important historical information is properly recorded and preserved. In addition, the museum collaborates with educational institutions, government agencies, and other museums. This collaboration helps increase public awareness and appreciation of police history. The director is also responsible for ensuring that all collections are safely stored and properly managed according to museum standards. This responsibility ensures that the museum continues to preserve and share the history of the Royal Malaysian Police with the public. Next slide. Uh, the Royal Malaysian Police Museum consists of three main galleries, and each gallery focuses on the different period of policing history in Malaysia. Gallery A introduced visitors to the early history of policing in Malaya. It covers the period of from the Malacca Sultanate and continues through the Portuguese, Dutch, and British colonial administration. This gallery helps visitors understand how law enforcement developed before the establishment of the modern police force. Gallery B focuses on the development of police forces in different states of Malaya. It also displays collection of police firearms as well as weapons seized from communist insurgents. Through this exhibit, visitors can learn about the challenges faced by the police in maintaining security and public order. Gallery C highlight the emergency period and the communist insurgency. This gallery contains historical photograph artifact and one of the museum's most well-known exhibits, which is the replica of the Bukit Kepong police station. This section gives visitors a better understanding of the sacrifice and struggle faced by police officers during that period. Together, these three galleries provide visitors with a better understanding of the history and development of policing in Malaysia. Next slide. Main attraction. The Royal Malaysian Police Museum also features several outdoor attractions that showcase historical vehicle, equipment, and memorial related to the police force. Among the main attractions is the Armour Wickham trolley, a railway security vehicle that was used during the emergency period to help protect railway roads from communist attack. Visitors can also see the Beaufort 40mm naval gun, which represent part of Malaysia's security heritage. The museum further displays the Sankey 8105 armor vehicle, the Cessna aircraft, and the Marine Police boat PA-4. This exhibit highlight the different equipment and transportation used in security operation, surveillance activities, and maritime patrol duties. Another important attraction is Dataran Pewira, a memorial dedicated to police officers who sacrificed their life while serving and protecting the nation. It stands as a symbol of courage, dedication, and commitment shown by members of the Royal Malaysian Police. This attraction helps visitors appreciate the contribution and sacrifice made by the Royal Malaysian Police in maintaining peace and security in Malaysia. That's all. Thank you. I will pass to the next person.
All right. Thank you, Adam. Now we go to the gallery collections. All right. The first is the handwritten Al-Quran. The handwritten Al-Quran is donated by Dato' Muhammad Jamil bin Johari. This manuscript highlights the importance of Islamic value and spiritual heritage in Malaysian society. It showcased the traditional art of handwriting Quranic calligraphy, which require a great skill, passion, and dedication. It preserved in the Royal Malaysian Police Museum also reflect the close relationship between faith, moral integrity, and ethical value upheld by the Royal Malaysian Police. It served as a symbol of Malaysia's Islamic cultural heritage and preserved an important example of traditional religious craftsmanship. Second is a model of Portuguese battleships. The Portugal battleship model is represent the Portuguese naval force that arrived in Malacca during the early 16th century. It symbolized the beginning of Europe colonial influence in Malaya, following the capture of Malacca in 1511. The battleship demonstrate the importance of maritime power in controlling trade routes and political authority during the period. It also provide historical context for the evolution of security, defense, and law enforcement in Malaysia. Next, the third one is the uniform of Selangor Police in 1896. Moving on, this uniform was worn by a member of Selangor Police Force, one of the earliest organized police force in Malaya. Its formal design reflects British colonial influence and emphasized discipline, professionalism, and authority. The uniform represents the early development of organized policing before the formation of the Federal Malay State Police and later the Royal Malaysian Police today. It's remained an important artifact that illustrates the origin of police uniform in Malaysia. The fourth is Hunter, 1980. The Hunter was used by the Royal Malaysia Police for internal security operation and to protect officers during high-risk mission. It played an important role in responding to security threats, including operation against armed criminal and communist insurgents. This vehicle reflects the advancement of police tactically capabilities and demonstrate how specialized equipment has improved operation effectiveness and officer safety over time. Next. Alright, we go to the fifth one. AJS 350 single motorcycle, 1956. This motorcycle was one of the early vehicles used by the Federation of Malay Police. It was widely used for patrol duties, traffic control, escort service, and rapid response operation. During the Malayan emergency, it provided mobility for law enforcement personnel in both urban and rural areas. The motorcycle symbolized the modernization of police, transportation, and the development of a the more efficient police force in Malaya. The last one is the Killer's Ladder. The artifact commemorates the death of the Captain Harry Charles Sayers in 1897 during the hunting expedition in Pahang. Captain Sayers was attacked and fatally injured by the wild sladder. The animal was later killed and its head was preserved as a historical artifact. Today, the exhibit serves as a reminder of the danger faced by the colonial officer and marked an important event in the history of policing in Malaya. In conclusion, this artifact provides a value insight into Malaya historical development in religion, colonial history, policing, transportation, and national security. Together, they preserve the legacy of the Royal Malaysia Police and help us better understand the nation's historical journey. Next slide. Now we go to the inquiries. This is the map of the Royal Malaysian Police Museum. The address is 5 Jalan Pedagang Tasik Perdana, 50480 Kuala Lumpur, Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur. Next. The operation hour is Tuesday to Sunday, 9 to 5 p.m. and closed by Monday. Contact number is 032272 5690. The entrance fee is a free entrance, and the way that we can go to the museum from the MRT station from Museum Negara, we first have to locate the bridge connecting the Museum Negara and Planetarium. Then beside the Planetarium, go down the staircase leading to the Royal Malaysian Police Museum. And by that, my name is Muhammad Shafiq Haikal.
My name is Adam Busairi.
My name is Muhammad Ari Irfan.
We conclude our presentation and I will end it now.